this is what I get. And first of all, I want to tell my story. It's not about the whole story, but I think there is something in common here. My dad just passed away last Saturday, and he was in Jakarta and I was in Toronto. I haven't seen him for 4 or 5 years. Luckily for internet, we can still talk. I felt something taken from me. Part of my heart is gone. And when the news come, I'm bawling my eyes all day. But at the same time, there's something in me also feel glad for him because he's been sick for a year. His health kind of dropping. And what I feel in all of you is basically the grief that most of you have to go through, whatever, especially in relationship or breakup, is the grief that something in us that is together, suddenly it's not there anymore. And the grief, what I feel is so huge, like getting swallowed by a big waves. It's heavy. But it is something that we all have to go through. And right now, what I would like to invite you is to give a space for grieving in your life, in this moment right now. Cry, write, whatever you need to let go that feeling out. Because without letting go that feeling, we store it in our body. And when we store it in our body, what happens is there's a lot of stories that we try to figure out. And the story usually self-pity. Like, why this happened to me? Why this happened to me? What's wrong with me? Right? But if we cry it out and admit and accept that this is what is meant to be right now, and we feel sad, maybe disappointed that it doesn't work, that is the way it is, then what happens is it opens up a space in us. It's more like a space for clarity, where like when the rain, big heavy gray clouds on the sky, it's heavy. And what the clouds need to do is pouring the rains from its body and then disappear. And the sun can come in. It's really hard in grief because we're not a culture where, in the older culture, where a lot of family together, we are living in the very individualistic societies where we are alone at home. Even when we would talk with the family, we always have to call them like, hey, I'm coming, or when a good time I can be here, or when good time we meet. But it's not like that long time ago. So what I felt is, I saw my mom, my sisters there, and they have 3 days ceremony. It's like people come in, a lot of people come in, and just to want to pay respect for my dad for the last day they see him. And I just watch that from afar, and I only can cry and feel alone, even though like I have my husband and kids, because their relationship with my dad is different than my relationship. And I felt, I wish I was there, because it's so good to see these people. And it's very healing to see them respecting my dad, that whatever happened is not just me or us in it. It's kind of everyone else walking together with us. So we don't have that now in this, like if you break up or if you have divorce, what happened is usually there's a lot of shame, right? Oh, shame, why does this happen? And then we have to deal that with ourselves. And when you deal with ourselves, what happens is this create a lot of stories, a lot of regret, because we were taught to be shameful, to feel guilty. So if you give a space with self-compassion to say, I'm really sad. I'm really, I love what Farah said about, just admitting, I'm stuck in my own self-pity. By being vulnerable to ourselves, not like I'm bad, not judging, but like, I feel really sad. I feel really, I miss whatever I have before. And allow yourself to cry without judging you. And give a day and live 24 hours a day. Give yourself 24 hours. Because like yesterday, my mood is up and down, and I was like, in my, stories, and I cannot get out from it. What we want is like, I want to get out right away. Why I'm here? But like, I know tomorrow will be a different day. And when we treat it that way, it becomes, I can cry all day if I want to. Then I let it go. I get tired. I fall asleep. The next day, I'm not going to bring it up back. I'm just let it and feel it. What is this day going to bring? And allowing, like, I don't know what's going to happen today. I may cry again, but I may not. I may go out and have a sunny day. So that way, what happened is we give ourselves a bigger room to play and to be with ourselves. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad. But then the bad thing is then we judge again. For example, I feel really sad. But then like, why do I sad? I should not cry. I should do something else, right? Those things we need to be aware of, right? When that feeling comes, let it be. But then can we allow it, not judging? Because that part of us need to let go. And when we allow that part of us to let go, then it's just like raining coming in, and then after that it's all gone, it's out. Because that's the way life is. The permanent about life is it's always changing, even moment by moment. And our mind cannot really see that. Our mind is usually take a picture and then put it in here, and then we look around and we compare. Oh, that's not this not that. What happened is we're living in a very mechanical world. That is this the picture, this is it. Like that, everything is dead. Everything is a noun, right? A wall, a light, just like that. That doesn't have spirit. But life is actually a verb. Everything we do, it's a verbing. I'm living, it's a verb. I'm sitting, it's a verb. Because when I'm sit, every single moment when I'm sit right now, things are happening. And the only way you can create your future, your different future, is by being in the present. Because without that, you're always like, I used to do this. It's always go back to the past. It's always compared to the past. So by being here, how can you be able to, okay, I'm breathing, oh, that's a beautiful day today. It's summer. It's the spring start. And just a little moment like that kind of lift us up, right? Not like suddenly change, because the mind is always think perfect, like compare. Is this perfect or not? But perfection is illusion. Perfect is always what is not here right now. Now, if you notice your mind, this is how minds work. When it sees what is not here, what you lack. You look around, you see your life, you look at yourself, what is not here, what I'm lacking, what is missing, has not done yet. Always. Because it's an instrument for survival. And we don't need this one. Like, we need it like to spice our life, but we don't need to have that burden for the rest of our life or like every day, because it's really hard on us. So if the world is mean, if we feel we've been treating really bad, then please don't treat ourselves that way like the world did. And how can we be kind? Because nobody else. How can we be kind? Because we live with ourselves 24/7. So if we're not kind to ourselves in this kind of moment, who else be? Right? And the thing is, it's not about, I want to find solution. I want to find solution. The solution will come if you return to the space where you have clarity. Before that clarity, whatever you think will be the same, like Einstein said, you cannot find solution in the same mind where the problem is created. So how can we let go that actually we don't know much? We only know little. And then when we said we let go, I only know little, then we also learn to stop trying to figure out with our mental, like trying to find the answer, but allow to have a period or a comma. In our mind, it's always sentences, words. Even in writing, we don't read the comma or the dot, right? We don't read that. We don't sound it, but it's there. And what is there is to help us make sense of the sentence we create. So can you find the dot and comma? Because your mind is always going to find words. But for you or for us, is how can I find and stay in the dot or in the comma so I can create a new sentence, so I can create a new story. Because without the dot, it's going to be the same sentence, a long sentence, hard to understand. But with the dot, with one new sentence, you can change the whole story. And this is the time for all of us to create story. How you reframe it. Because in any challenge, even how hard it is right now, and I know to all of you it's hard, is how you find an invitation in that, a gift in that, where in every challenge there's always a gift. There's every challenge there's always invitation. And the way to start doing that is by finding this. What I found about being able to cry, there's a week before, knowing my dad got a stroke, and because he has Alzheimer's, English is my second language. He was in the hospital, and I took my daughter to a park. My daughter was 8, and I cannot stop crying because I know the time was near. And luckily, we can wear masks, right? So I wear masks, so people cannot see me crying. It doesn't look obvious. So I cry, bawling my eyes, and let myself cry because I know it's fine. If we can get in touch with that part of us that knows, because you all knows, the brain will not accept this, but there's part of us that know all is well, because you are here right now, right? You are here right now, breathing, having a roof on top of you. All is well. And then we see something, we feel afraid, we have fear, we cry, we let it cry. But there's two parts of you, right? One is this, the ones who always look out and like, is it safe? Is it good? And the one that knows all is well. When you know all is well, then you can let it cry, because tomorrow will be a different day. And as you go through that, and you can start seeing, oh, look, I can handle that today, right? There's more confidence because you see yourself. You see you're resilient. Because without seeing that day by day, it's hard to trust in ourselves. This is a huge thing. We've never done it before. But when you go and always get in touch with that, all is well, even though your mind cannot comprehend it, then that trust gonna start building, that you can trust yourself. Right? You can learn and listen to your heart because your mind getting calmer. Because right now, what happened when we anxious, we kind of give our mind so much responsibility to figure things out. So therefore, it has to think again and again, even in sleep. But if we allow ourselves, like, you know what, I trust my heart a bit, I trust, even though I don't know, then that mind start to calm down. It doesn't have to work harder. Then when it start to calm down, we start to get in touch with our wisdom. Because the mind is like a computer screen or like a blank page. And what we do is we write, don't forget this and this story, and we do sketch, so we don't forget. We look back, oh, that's my to-do list. We look back, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be. We look back, oh, that's who I am. If we have those filled out, if something new arises, we cannot see it. But when we let our screen empty, well, I'm not saying like empty, but like the clarity is the ideas of the mind becomes this screen that something inside come in or inspiration come in. It's like, poof, it show up in your screen. So it becomes what it's supposed to be, to work with the heart, because the heart is where your will is, not the mind. The mind doesn't have will. It's always swayed by facts, by today's weather. But the heart is the place where your purpose there, your value there, what's matter there, your deeper knowing is there. So then from that purpose, from the deeper knowing, from that inner resilience, whatever arises that is important, that real time, intelligent, you can see it, because otherwise it's messy. This is a time to really use your doubt, because we have doubt, we question ourselves. Not to question your integrity, not to question, oh, I'm not good, like how bad I am or how good I am, but questions, what is you and what is your conditioning? Let's say you think you are this, and it doesn't feel in alignment. You feel anxious, you feel there's a shame, or you don't feel something doesn't land to you, but that's what you believe. Question it, not question you. Question that belief. Because there's a lot of, we think it's us, is conditioned, right? Other family, other culture. So for me, some examples that I ask myself is, I believe I have to work hard, really work hard to success. And I did that in my career, but I know how it affects my well-being. So now I'm doing something different. And that part, it doesn't really sit well to me. I don't question, oh, I'm lazy, I'm not motivated, I'm not productive enough. I question where that belief come from. Is that really my belief? Is that really my value? Or is that really something else? And as you see that, if you question not you, but question your conditioning, then you start having more confidence on you. Because a lot of it is more this layer, right? Like an onion, layers that, oh, that's not part of me. That's not part of me. So that way you kind of, that's a way of knowing who you are, because you're not your condition. It's not conditioning. And then I think this is a place, an opportunity to do that at this moment in your transition. Go ahead. I don't talk about how to or tips because I felt we know how when we have clarity, because we actually know. We don't, and you know how many tools you learn and then you don't use. So the tools is already inside. And when there's clarities, it's so easy to find the tool you need, or to like, oh yeah, this is the right tool, this is not the right tool. But when there's no clarity, like, oh, should I use this tool or this tip? Because those like 5 steps to lose your weight or 5 step, the blog post doesn't really work because it got to come from you, not from those reading stuff, because it's just like going in and out, right? We all live in the, we all pretty much attention deficit right now. So how can we, again, like I said, find the dot, be in the dot, and the way to do it is just stay with your heart. Find the dot, find the comma, so you can start a new sentence in the way that you like, so that you can create a new story for yourself. Okay.